So you have a hydronic boiler and it has zone valves, and you decide to go out and buy one of these. It's a nice fancy Nest Thermostat, doesn't need a common wire, they say. You hook it up, it works maybe for a little bit, and then all of a sudden you're having power issues. And as you do a little bit of investigation, you find, guess what? You need a common wire. The thermostat wire only has two wires, a red and a white, and you don't have that common wire. The common solution for this problem is one of these. Now this is a Google Nest power connector. It is a substitute for a common wire, but the big problem is that you have to hook this up to this. Now one of the first things we want to do before we get started is we want to identify the zone valve we're going to be working with, and we also want to find out which thermostat wire we need to work with. Once your power is off, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and disconnect our two thermostat wires from wherever they're hooked up. Now one of these thermostat wires are going to be connected to a bundle of other wires, and we want to make sure when we disconnect our thermostat wire from that bundle stays together. So once you disconnect out one wire, go ahead and put the wire nut back on there so those wires all stay together, and then go ahead and disconnect the other thermostat wire. These two thermostat wires are going to go directly into your power connector on the two gray wires that are coming off your W and R terminals on the left side of the power connector. So that goes directly to your thermostat. So your red wire from your thermostat is going to go to the R wire, and the white wire from your thermostat is going to go to your W wire. Now the two yellow wires on our zone valve, we're going to be disconnecting those as well. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to disconnect those two wires, the yellow wires from our zone valve to wherever they're hooked up. And if they're hooked up to a bundle, you want to make sure that bundle stays good together and nice and tight, because last thing you want is all your wiring to start falling apart on you. So on top of this Nest power problem, now you have to rewire all your zone valves. So at this point, all you should have are the three wires on your power connector and your two yellow wires off of your zone valve. All right, so making sure the power's off, what we want to do is we want to find our transformer. This is usually mounted right on the side of the boiler or on the wall by the burner shutoff switch, or it's somewhere in the area of the boiler. So what we want to do is we want to trace the red wire coming off of that transformer, and we're going to find out where that wire is hooked up to. It's going to go to a bundle of wires. Now it might go up to a bundle of red wires that goes up to each thermostat, or it might go to a bundle of yellow wires that goes to each zone valve. Either way, we want to identify that point right there. What we're going to do is we're going to take the R wire off of our power connector. This is on the three wire side, and we want to tie that directly into that nest of wires wherever that load off our transformer is going to. So at this point, what we should have is we should have 24 volts coming off of the load of our transformer, going down to this bundle of wires, and we have the white wire coming in off the R designation on the three wire side of our power connector, tapping into that bundle of wires to take 24 volts off of it. That is going to go send the power to the R on the left side of the power connector, the two gray wires. That's 24 volts going to travel up that R, and it's going to go right into the RH on our Nest thermostat. The other white wire, the W wire, that's going to go to our W1 or just W on the thermostat as well. So we have our two thermostat wires hooked up to our Nest thermostat and our power connector, and we have our R connection on the three wire side connected to our power source from our transformer. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take one of our yellow wires off the zone valve, and we are going to connect that to the W wire coming off of our power connector. So we're just going to go ahead and we're going to wire nut those two together, just like that. So now all you got left is the common wire from your power connector and the other yellow wire on your zone valve. Now these two are going to go together as well, but you're also going to connect that to the common on your transformer. So there's going to be three wires coming together here. You got your yellow wire from the zone valve, you have your common wire from the power connector, and you're going to have a common wire from the transformer all coming together right there. So basically your C, your yellow wire and the wire from a common on a transformer are going to get tied together. Now this is going to be a bundle somewhere as well, so you're going to have to tie these wires in with a bundle that's already existing. And that's it. That's your power connectors all hooked up.